Hi, this is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com. Welcome to the South Carolina College Baseball video recap for Wednesday, May the 7th. There are only 4 games involving the state teams played on Wednesday. Let's take a look at what happened. Down in Charleston, Anthony Hausner got his first start of the season, and he pitched 5 innings and also contributed an RBI in his support as the Bulldogs of the Citadel beat Winthrop by a score of 6-3 at the Joe. That snapped a 5-game winning streak for Winthrop. Hausner made 11 appearances in relief before his first start of the season. Also for the Bulldogs, Matthew Lively was 2 for 4 with 3 stolen bases, a run scored, and an RBI. Citadel improved to 26-21, and Winthrop fell to 27-22. Down in Panthersville, suburban Atlanta, if you will, Henry Zener singled twice and doubled for USC Upstate, and the Spartans beat Georgia State by a score of 9-4. Gage Griggs had a single, a double, 2 walks, a stolen base, 2 runs scored, and an RBI for the Spartans, who improved to 27-22. And in the final game involving their Division I team, former USC Union standout Trent Turner gave Western Carolina a 5-4 walk-off win over Presbyterian with a double in the 9th inning up in Cullowhee. The Catamounts improved their record of 24-24, got back to 500. They had dipped below 500 after getting swept with Georgia Tech over the weekend. PC has lost 7 straight games and is now 17-29. For Presbyterian, Trey Fenderson was 2 for 4 with 3 stolen bases and 2 RBI. In the only other game involving a state team on Wednesday, Bob Jones was eliminated from the National Christian College Athletic Association South Regional, falling to Southeastern Baptist 11-10. It was a pretty good game with lots of action going on. The Bruins got off to a 3-0 lead. Southeastern came back up to go up by 5-3. Then they went up to 10-3. Bob Jones scored 7 runs in the 5th inning and had the potential tying run on play in scoring position. Could not get him in. Again, they had the tying run at third base in the 6th inning. Could not get him in. Got the potential tying run to second base in the 7th inning. Final inning. They only played in a 7-inning games in this tournament, and they were unable to get him in. So the Bruins fell into their season. They're now 11-29. Conley Burke, who's had a great career for Bob Jones, had another great day today. He was 2 for 3 with a pair of doubles, 2 RBIs, a run scored. He got hit by a pitch. He was intentionally walked one time so they wouldn't have to pitch to him with potential of him giving them the lead or tying the game late in the game. And he also came in and pitched the final 3 innings for the Bruins. He allowed 3 hits, a run, and struck out 2. With that loss, as I mentioned, Bob Jones fell to 11-29 for the season as their year ends. A couple things going on off the field. They announced the schedule for the Peach Belt Conference Tournament Championship Series in Greenwood over the weekend, or actually starting Thursday. Lander, which is on a 12-game winning streak and has a 40-13 record, they will play host to Columbus State at 3 o'clock on Thursday in the first game of that playoff. It's the best of 3. On Friday, they could play 2 games. Columbus State and Lander will meet at 1. Then, if they're still tied after that, they would play another game 30 minutes after the 1 o'clock game is over. Best of 3, so again, somebody could win it in 2 straight. Not to worry about that. Columbus State is 30-21. Of course, they're coming off a 12-run 9th inning on Monday to rally to beat North Georgia 15-11. Also on Wednesday, USC Aiken announced it's parted ways with head coach Michael Holder after 4 seasons. Although they did not have the courtesy to mention him by name, they just said they've been in a change in leadership. I do not know Coach Holder personally, but I bet he put in a lot of hard work, a lot of time trying to get the Pacers baseball program to where school officials wanted it to be, to where he wanted it to be. And for whatever reason, it did not work out. I think they could have at least thanked him for his efforts, but hey, that's just me. I grew up in the South, and I believe in being courteous to people. But anyway, Coach Holder had a 90-118 record with the Pacers. They had him as interim coach for the 2022 season, and he was 21-29. They were pleased enough to where he had that interim tag taken off for 2023. They went 32-22 in 2023, 14-38 last season, and 23-29 this year. And they did get to basically the semifinals of the Peach Belt Conference tournament. But again, they went in another direction. One other little note. Charleston Southern has moved up first pitch of its Friday home game against UNC Asheville from 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock because of the weather forecast in the Charleston area. So if you live down near the Holy City, you got a chance to see some matinee baseball, or baseball and brunch, if you will. How about what's going on tomorrow in college baseball in the state? Well, South Carolina begins a 3-game series at Auburn. Gamecocks, of course, are reeling. They're 5-19 in the SEC, and that game down on the Plains begins at 8 o'clock. One other game involving the state team tomorrow, Coastal Carolina, which is coming off that very nice win over Clemson on Wednesday. They'll be at home again, playing host to ULM, Louisiana Monroe, for those of you not familiar with the initials. The Chanticleers are on a 8-game winning streak. They're 38-11, and they have a 2-game lead over Southern Miss in the Sun Belt Conference standings. As I mentioned, the Peach Belt Conference Series begins tomorrow. Only other action involving a team affiliated with the state, sort of, is Fort Lauderdale and Southeastern Baptist will play for the NCCAA South Regional Championship down in Oakland Park, Florida. If Fort Lauderdale wins the first game, it's over. If Southeastern Baptist wins the first game, they play again. But for now, that's pardon for the cough. This is the South Carolina College Baseball video recap for Wednesday, May the 7th. This is Rudy Jones on PalmettoStateBaseball.com saying thanks for watching. Always follow my stuff at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. You can follow my stuff on X under the handle of Palmetto Base. And email me at rudyjones at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. Forgot to mention all that before. But again, this is Rudy Jones saying good night. Jesus loves you. God bless.